Hello everyone, welcome back to our course. In the last class, we saw some classes which are pre-built in Python. For example, we saw an example of num equals 10. So what it means that this variable num, it is of type class integer, right? And what it is just a representation of an object. Objects do not have any name in general, but classes definitely have a name, right? We did some very popular classes in Python which are already there in Python. For example, integers, complex, bool, tuples, dictionaries, and everything that we have done, right? So in today's class we will study some user defined classes. Definitely Python cannot provide you classes for each and everything that you want to prepare or deal with. For example, if you want to build a grocery store on your own and you want to program it in Python, how do you do it? We definitely need some classes in general. For example, your eatables on one side, and the other amenities which are available, or it could be some other stationery items also that you want to include. So under these various categories, under these various classes, what do you want? You want various other objects. For example, in the stationery, I want a pen, I want pencil, I want eraser. So all of these are the objects which can be covered under this bigger term or our class, which is stationery. So definitely this is not something that Python provides you in general. So what we want that we should be able to define classes on our own. A user should be able to build some classes on her own, right? So let us see how do you do it, and just read whatever is written. Besides offering built-in classes such as integer, string, list, tuple, Python offers us to create our own classes and instantiate objects from them. Alright, so this is a screenshot of the program which is available for all of you to practice. But for now in our class, we'll try to code on our own, right? So this is one .py file which I've already created. So this is like empty file. So now let's try to see how to make classes on your own, how to define classes on our own, and we'll again go step by step. So this is very basic, a very simple code. Now let us see how we do it. So what I'll do, in order to define a class, we use this keyword which is class. Now as you see, as I'm typing in VS Code, this is something which is automatically available. It comes on its own, right? Class, say I want to have a class car. So class is a bigger term, and inside a class I want to have various models which are available. Okay, so I'm opening a car store for now. So I have this class car, and inside the class what I want, let's say I do have this function which say def. Definitely I start from this keyword def if I want to have certain functions inside my class. Okay, I can have variables, I can have functions, but how it goes, detail again will be seen in the coming few videos. For now, just let's focus on a very simple example. So for example, I want to set the details. I'll let you know what the self is. Self, let's say company model, and that's it. Okay, so self dot company, just let me write, I'll explain you in a bit. Self dot model equals model. Okay, so now let us see, I have some new words when I'm defining this function. So first of all, set details is nothing, it's just name of a function. And if I talk about this self, what does a self mean? So again, it's a very simple concept. It's just a keyword which helps us to refer to a particular object. So guys, what do we really have, students? Inside this class, or this class will be used by many objects. For example, if I talk about cars, car 1, I have Maruti Suzuki 800, I have Honda Civic, I have another car from Benz series. So all of these models, or all of these different types, will come under the category of one class, and they will reuse all of these functions that we will define in our class. So in order to refer to one particular object, for example, if I want to refer to Maruti Suzuki 800, so self helps us to refer to a particular instance of a class, or in other terms, object of a class. So this is what it is doing. So self.company will take the value of this company. Now this company's value, it will be given by us. How we will give it? I'll again show you. But for now, this is how you write, how you assign the values from here to here. Okay. And another thing that you should know what a self does, it helps us to refer to a particular object of a class, right? So there goes a first function, and I will define another very simple functions, def details. Okay, so inside it also I will write self, just because I want to refer to any particular object. And what I'll do, I'll simply write this print statement over here, print self dot let's say model. I just want to print the model, nothing else. So this is how it goes, and my class has been created. Now let's see how to use this class, or how to define objects of this class. It's pretty simple. You do not have to do anything as such. So how we do it, for example, car 1 equals, this is how you create object of a particular class. That's it. 2 round brackets, and here we go. I press enter, and if I want to refer, or if I want to call particular method, how I do it? Car 1 dot set details. Now what I'll do, I'll just write whatever details I want to write. For example, Maruti, comma 800, right? And now I want to call upon this function, which is details. Car 1 dot details. Here nothing is being passed. This is how I do. So let's save it and try to run it. Okay, so students, here is our result. So 800 has been printed. I hope this is pretty much clear to you, because it's pretty simple. How it goes, since I just wanted to print the name of the model. So how this program has really worked. Starting from here, I have initiated or instantiated this object of class, which is car. Now what is a car? It is a user defined class. So inside that class, I had 2 methods, which were set detail and details. Alright. So then I called upon this particular method, which was defined inside the class. So you cannot simply just write. How about if I try to write it this way? Let's see if it prints. If now I will save it, it will definitely not print, and it gives us the error which says set details is not defined. The sole reason behind it, you cannot just use these functions as such. These are pretty much different from the regular functions which we have discussed. These are the class methods in the sense that these have been defined inside a class. Alright, so in order for it to work, we must associate these functions with any object of a class. Okay, it's only that these will work. Okay, it has run successfully. Now let us see if it works for another object also. For example, if I create another object, say car2, again of type car, and how about I do not set any details. Let's see if it will print something or not, and I just call upon this method details. Let's see, car2 dot details. All right, I'm just saving it, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so what it says that this is definitely not worked. So error is an attribute error since we have not passed any attribute, right? So students, this is how you learn. You learn when you make mistakes. So when you try to make mistakes, I mean, even if you know what the correct code is, just try to shuffle something or just try to make certain changes that you think should not be there, but still just try to commit those mistakes when you are in the learning stage, and you should be able to identify what type of error is there when you have created a particular mistake. For example, in this mistakes, I have not passed any attribute, right? And for the method one, for the case one, what I did, I passed these attributes, and it's only then that the details worked, right? But in this case, since no attributes were passed, so we have this attribute error, right? And how about I just try to pass or set the details after this method. Let's say Honda and Civic. Right, now let's see if it works. Okay, so again we have an attribute error, and I hope it should be again clear to you, because this needs to be in a particular hierarchy. It's only that you first set details that that this detail function will work. If you call this method prior to setting the details, again this will not work, right? So this should work in a particular order. Thank you.